Down syndrome is a genetic disorder also known as trisomy 21. It is not caused by a genetic mutation due to Mendelian law, but from a non-Mendelian inheritance pattern. The presence of an extra copy of chromosome 21 happens during meiosis, when the egg or sperm do not segregate properly, which results in a triploidy zygote for that specific chromosome. It affects the physical development of the individual, as well as impacting cognition and physical health. Features of Down syndrome include a flattened facial profile and nose, almond-shaped eyes with an upward slant, small ears, shortened neck, a protruding tongue, poor muscle tone, and a shorter stature. Some additional features can include developmental delays, delayed speech and language, mild to moderate intellectual disabilities, impaired memory and executive function. Health conditions often associated with Down syndrome include congenital heart defects, such as atrioventricular septal defects, ventricular defects, and tetralogy of Fallot, increased respiratory infections from viral or bacterial illness and aspiration pneumonia, hearing loss from narrow ear canals, thyroid disorders, a higher risk of Alzheimer's disease, and increased choking risks. In the early 1900s, the average life expectancy for an individual with Down syndrome was approximately 10 years. This was due to unknown medical issues and untreated cardiac defects. As time passed, medical advancements have been made improving the identification and treatment of defects. Along with increased social support, these have dramatically increased to a life expectancy of around 60 years today. Down syndrome results from non-Mendelian inheritance. It is not passed down via dominant or recessive alleles. It is caused by non-disjunction during meiosis. This results in trisomy 21. In most cases, it is not inherited from the parents. There are 3 types of Down syndrome. The first is trisomy 21, non-disjunction. 3 copies of chromosome 21 are made during meiosis instead of the usual 2 copies. This accounts for approximately 95% of all cases. The next is mosaic Down syndrome. This occurs when only some of the cells have an extra chromosome 21, but not all cells are affected. This is the rarest form of Down syndrome. The third type is translocation Down syndrome. This occurs when part of chromosome 21 breaks off and attaches to another chromosome. Down syndrome affects about 1 in 700 live births worldwide. The risk of Down syndrome increases along with the mother's age. At age 30, 1 in 1,000 births are affected. At age 40, this number increases to 1 in 100. There are no significant ethnic or geographic populations that are more prone to being impacted by Down syndrome. There are various testing methods that can be used to identify Down syndrome. During prenatal testing, an amniocentesis can be performed. This test is highly accurate, but there is also a higher risk associated with it. A cell-free fetal DNA analysis can also be performed. This is tested using maternal blood. Post-natal testing methods include karyotyping and FISH, fluorescence in situ hybridization. Since Down syndrome occurs during meiosis, no genetic testing is plausible. There is no cure for Down syndrome. Treatments are aimed at addressing specific medical issues such as cardiac surgeries, physical and occupational therapy, speech therapy, as well as cognitive and social support programs. Early intervention improves the patient's quality of life. Increased awareness promotes inclusion and support vital to success. Accurate diagnosis helps in managing health complications effectively. Gene therapy studies target the cell duplication phase, aiming at eliminating the 3rd chromosome in lab-grown cells with the use of the CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing system. Cognition-enhancing therapies from hormone treatments at the GnRH level are enhancing intellectual function. This may lead to enhancements in other areas of mental decline, such as Alzheimer's disease. The INCLUDE project is the National Research Initiative on Down syndrome. It aims to improve treatment and quality of life for those with Down syndrome with a targeted model of high-risk, high-reward basic science study.